twins Cliff and Chris Paul couldn't stop talking about the assist. And yet, a new question,
Daddy, where does this come from?
rendered them speechless. As the Pauls delved deep into their lineage, they discovered something extraordinary. In 1922, local shopkeeper Clifford Paul, senior, inspired employees at State Farm, a thriving new insurance agency, to be there for customers like a good neighbor. While Christopher Paul, senior, revolutionized the game of basketball by suggesting players pass the ball to other players who could then score. Delighted that their ancestors invented the assist, the twins could rest assured the gift of giving was in their genes. Allegedly. Nothing endures like the legacy of an assist.
Welcome to the season finale of The Rush. I'm Hannah Duncan. This week we bring you baseball against Pleasant Plains and Lincoln, lots of track coverage as they finish the regular season, a tennis CS8 meet, softball against Lincoln, and girls soccer as they start the postseason. Let's go ahead and get our last show started. The baseball team played the defending 2A state champions, the Pleasant Plains Cardinals, on Monday. Senior Kyle Hall joins us now. Thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
So going up against the Cardinals, they were the 2A champions last year. So what was the attitude or the impact of that? Did that affect how you guys played or thought going into them?
Yeah, we knew Pleasant Plains was definitely a good team. They've always put up a good score against us and played hard. So we knew going in that we were going to have to play our best game. And thankfully we came out with a win.
Well, let's go ahead and see how you guys were able to come up with that win. Starting off, Matt Sicardi up to bat for Glenwood. He will start the game off. Glenwood getting started early in this game, but he'll get a nice single that's hit out to left field to move the runner up to second too to advance the runners. You guys got started early in this game with a lot of offense, but then right after that, Andrew Bonitis will ground out to the second baseman to end Glenwood's chances of scoring this time, but they'd still have a lot more chances later in the game, and they would really show that later too. Carson Aheron takes the mound for the Titans as he's able to get the batter to ground out to Nick Maton, who shuffles to make a nice play to end the inning just a step ahead of the batter. And then in the next inning, we have Carson forcing another ground out, this time to the third baseman Logan Cody, who makes the play at first. And then Bryce Rooney for Glenwood leads off for the Titans, and he's able to get a shallow blooping single to left field. How are you guys really able to start and take advantage of things like that when they drop the ball?
Well, it's really important that we keep putting the ball in play, and with doing that, we capitalize on their errors, and we're able to get more runs in that. So I'm thankful that we were able to do that, and just continuing to put the ball in play gets us runs.
Hostetler gets a sharp single to right field, which advances Nick Maton in a scoring position at third, and then we see Jake Ryan join the hit parade with a pop-up single to left that scores the runner and adds on to the Titans' strong lead. So how'd you guys keep up the energy in this one?
We had a lot of energy, especially since some of the people on the Cardinals team are some of our friends, so we're really competitive with that. We played with some of them in the summer, so we're excited to get another win, so that kept us going.
Bonitis gets it past the third baseman to score another run, and then with a new pitcher in, we see Sam Anderson, who hits down the middle and gets Ben Trask to run home to score another one and add some insurance to the lead for Glenwood. Then Carson Aheron back on the mound, gives up a hit to let Pleasant Plains back into this game, kind of, but they really weren't able to step up any more than that. After that, though, he would give up another hit that results in the only run that was allowed by the Titans. He pitched a nice game, only allowing a few hits in that one run there. How well did he do?
Carson Aheron has been a big part of our team this year. His pitching has been spot on, throwing a lot of strikes and doing really well, so we were really happy with his performance.
Nick Maton gets a single and an error by a pass ball in the right field, which allows another run to score. Great hustle by Maton as he will stretch it into a triple, running into third. And then finally we see Nick's brother Jacob Maton to close out the game for Glenwood. as he strikes him out with a final score of 6-1. Glenwood would win over Pleasant Plains. Aheron earned the win with the 5 2/3 innings pitched, and after that game, your guys' record improved to 26-2 with the 6-1 win over Pleasant Plains. So, as I just said, the 26-2 record, that's very good, but you guys knew that it would be a closer game against Lincoln, so how did you prep for them?
Yeah, we're not content in our score and letting up at all. We just wanted to come in and we wanted to play as hard as we could, play our game, and get a win. We knew they're more of a small ball team, so we wanted to play as hard as we could to have a good defense and get the hits that we needed.
Well, let's see if you guys were able to play as hard as you could, looking to notch another win to stretch your record of wins. Then, in the top of the first inning against the Rail Splitters, runners on first and second, these highlights courtesy of channel1450.com, by the way. Andrew Bonitis is on first and he's caught in a pickle, eventually tagged out to get out of the inning for Lincoln. But in other news, Nick Maton doing the usual, getting the strikeouts and striking out the side. Another amazing performance by him. Titan offense, though, still not doing much, and as the diving railer will catch Hostetler's fly ball to end the inning. A great play by him. You have to give him respect for that. Coach not liking the lack of offense, but loving Nick Maton on the mound, who just keeps getting strikeouts to get out of the inning again. Then, later in the fourth inning, Maton would be in a jam with a rail splitter on third base, but he'll get out of the inning with a swinging strikeout. He pitched 7 innings with 15 Ks. Wow, great performance by him. And then finally in the fifth inning, the Titans have runners on, and Brandon Hostetler knocks in Anderson for the second run of the inning. Kind of hard to follow the play there, but another run for Glenwood. And then in the next inning, Sam Anderson again would seal the deal with a double down the line to score Ben Trask from first base, putting the Titans up 4-0. Was that a comfortable lead for you guys?
Well, it was 3 runs going up into that last inning wasn't enough for us, so we wanted to get as much as we could.
Nick Maton with another complete game with 15 strikeouts, and Sam Anderson went 2 for 3 with an RBI as you guys would top Lincoln 4-0. Now time for some post-game interviews.
To come here and wrap it up tonight, and then also looking ahead to next week, we're going to have to go to Mount Zion to play in the regional, and kind of looked at it as kind of a tune-up for that. You got to ride the bus, get off the bus, play a pretty good team, and see if you can win a tight game.
This is the main goal going into every year. Obviously, postseason is important too, but conference is what you want, and feels good. Yeah.
I thought he was very aggressive and throwing hard and getting his pitches over. I think he was anxious to pitch after the Rochester game last week.
We've been getting off some slow starts this year, which we're going to have to figure out going into the postseason. That's not good. But, yeah, Nick was dealing today, and he has been all year, so you can put a lot of.
So you guys have really shown your strength in all areas of pitching, hitting, and defense. So what are you still trying to work on? And as you head to the postseason, what are your goals for the team, both for the team and for you personally?
Yeah, thankfully we've had a great record and gotten a lot of wins, so we're happy about that. But our offense could definitely improve. What we're working on is working on more line drives instead of popping out too much into center. So we're going to work on that, and our pitching and defense can definitely improve too. So, and our practices, we're just trying to bear down and do the best that we can to improve.
And as a senior, when you graduate, what are you going to miss most about the team?
I just really enjoy the chemistry of the team, and just being here with these guys, freshman to senior, all of them have just really come together, and this has been a really fun year for me, so I'm going to miss this.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
The boys ride to Highland High School this afternoon at 4:30 for their last regular season game before the regional semis start on Wednesday in Mount Zion. It's time to take our first commercial break. When the rush comes back, we'll bring you track and tennis. Stay right there.
Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
Whoa.
I'm a robot.
Where's your fingers?
Get out of here.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
Alright, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Welcome back. It's coming into the postseason for the boys track team as they hosted the CS8 conference meet at home last Friday. Junior Landon Skelly joins us now. Thanks for coming on.
Nice to be here.
Well, let's go ahead and roll into the highlights, or run into the highlights, I guess. This CS8 meet. Starting off the meet, we'll have Cameron Corner coming down to the line. He will take third overall in the 100-meter dash with a time of 11.24 seconds. Great time, a very short race, so we'll go ahead and show the whole thing here. But then after that, we'll jump into the hurdles with the next event. Robbie Hansen takes fifth as a sophomore with a time of 16.86 seconds. Good showing for him. He's still trying to improve, though. Now let's jump over to the pit as Tony Rolfe goes 20 feet 10 inches for third. Not his best jump, but still impressive. How are you guys trying to step up today and get some better than thirds and fifths?
Well, I mean, we just ran our conference and honor roll meet, and we're looking forward to doing a good job at sectionals and performing so we can make it to state. Everyone's started to begin their tapering so we can perform our best at these meets and do our best.
Now we'll see you running the 3200. You'll get a first place time of 9:46, but we'll still see more from you later. Then onto the 800-meter run, we see Heath Warren from Springfield break the CS8 record with a time of 1:53, following two other freshman runners that also went below 2 minutes. We have to give respect to him. But now in the mile, guess who? You, Landon Skelly, placing second with a time of 4:34. How do you go into that race? What's your mindset or strategy?
Well, I had just broken my 2-mile record in the 2-mile, and I had to come back and run a mile after that, so that was pretty hard. But yeah, I tied a PR in that, and then I also had an 11-second PR in the 2-mile, so it was just trying to come back, see what I can do, finish out the meet, score as many points as possible for our team. We pulled off a good second place victory.
Yeah, as you said, Springfield would come out on top, but Glenwood, you guys would come in second with a 1:34. Now we have post-race interviews with runners John Durr and you, Landon Skelly.
Well, this mile today was tough. It was probably one of the hardest miles I've ran, and that's expected as it was a personal record. I ran a 4:45, PRing by about 2 seconds. So, the first lap, you got to go out fast. I mean, my first lap was 67 seconds, and that's a really fast first lap, but you just got to go. That first lap, you got to get out because those guys are going to get out. My second and third lap were a little slower, building into pace, but hey, that's all right because my last lap, I ran a 70 seconds, and that was my fastest lap, and that's the one that allowed me to take 6th place. I felt very good about this race. It was tough. However, I expected it, and I was ready because the competition is fierce. The guys, they're fast. You got to be in that pack. Either you move it or you lose it because, that's a simple millisecond, can cost you a place, and it's happened. So, overall this race, I felt very happy.
Good. I was looking to go out and run a smart race. Put in a little surge after the 2-mile. Ended up running a pretty good time, 11-second PR. And then I was also looking to come back after the 2-mile, run a solid mile. And I came back, run a decent race, 4:34. and I'll look to repeat this at sectionals and hopefully make it to state. I'm happy with that. That's a first and a second place conference races, so it's a solid day, not a bad day.
On Monday, both the boys and girls ran at the Capital Area Classic here at Glenwood. We'll jump right to the girls' long jump with Erin Roche going long with a jump of 18 feet 3.5 inches, taking the event by storm and setting a personal best as you'll see her celebrate the win with her family. How much do runners and field athletes work, and what does it really mean to you guys when you win?
I mean, we're out there practicing every single day, so it just feels good to go out there sometimes and just do your best and perform and have huge PRs, and it's a lot of fun too.
Dominic Giovanelli vaults for the height of 12 feet for 4th place. Not as good as showing his conference, but still impressive for him. And then onto the track for the girls 800. Junior Taylor Justison will edge out a runner for 4th place with a time of 2:34. Then in the men's 800, senior Justin Hollinshead drives his way into 3rd place with a fast time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds. A good run for him too. Next, however, the Titans were disqualified in the 4x200 relay with a false start, and Coach Onken not happy with that. But later in the meet, for the girls' mile, Rachel Edmiston, Emily Wendell, and freshman Donna Hansen, who ran 4th with a 5:51. Coach Garber urging his runners to speed up. And then at the men's mile, Landon, you will go out and run with your distant cousin, Corey Landon from Carlinville. You will end up beating him, though, and making the gap as you hold it to the end for a winning time of 4:29. Then, for the girls' 4x400 relay, after you come in first in this one, for the girls' 4x400 relay, starting with Allison Warner, she will take first easily, and Mackenzie McClintock will be the senior closing the race with an overall time of 4:11. A good race for them too. And then the boys 4x400 also finished first with a 3:29, finishing in style with the senior leader Dominic Giovanelli. From watching him, can you name some other athletes who are just as good as Gio and you are?
Yeah.
Well, the boys' results, you would get first in the 1600 with a 4:29, and then in the 4x400, Glenwood would come first for the boys with 3:29, and then for the girls, they would win the 4x800 with a 10:04, and in the long jump, Rush would get an 18 feet 3.5 inches. So first, you're going against your cousin, so do you have a lot of family rivalry?
Oh yeah, we raced each other a lot, and actually he got mono before, so it was kind of tough for him. He's just recovering that from now, but I hadn't gotten to run a fresh mile. It's been mostly 2 miles all the time. Since our Morton relays got canceled, we've been rained out at a lot of meets, so it was nice to run a fresh mile, see what I can do, and I got a 5-second PR, and it just felt good.
And how much more fun is it to run against people when you know them?
Oh, so much more fun. We have a lot of history, so yeah.
Well, and you've dropped your 2 mile and mile time down. So what's your explanations for that? How do you work to get that?
We've just started tapering. We've been doing a lot of hard workouts throughout the season, but as we get closer to sectional and state, it's important to kind of loosen the workout, make them go back a little bit, not work as hard, so you can recover more for your races.
So you're kind of already talking about that, but what is your practice? What have your practices been like this week for you guys, and how are you changing it from usual?
Pretty relaxed, not as heavy mileage, more easy, relaxed, short runs, a little bit of speed work in there, but not much. We did a couple of really hard workouts 2 or 3 weeks ago. One of them included 24 400s, which is 6 miles of track work, basically up tempo. But yeah, now you just bring things back a little bit so you can edge it into state.
And what kind of competition do you think you'll face today, and do you feel any pressure?
A little bit. I think it'll be pretty easy qualifying in the 2 mile because a lot of people aren't qualified in that. But the real challenge is coming back in the mile when you've got a lot more people who are fresh and ready to go. You just got to work hard and power through.
Well, good luck, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
The girls have state prelims today at EIU Charleston, while the boys compete at their sectional at Memorial Stadium in Springfield. The boys tennis team had a great showing at the CS8 meet last Saturday at Washington Park. As we go ahead and pull up the results, another great showing for them as they would come in first with 33, Springfield right behind them with a close 30, and SHG would come in third with 25. Today, the boys have their sectional at 3 o'clock, hosted by SHS. Now it's time for our last commercial break of the day. When we come back, we'll bring you softball, girls soccer, and the top 3. Stay right there.
Well, Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, that's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where are you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye and pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
Alright, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Welcome back. The Lady Titans softball team faced a very tough Lincoln Rail Splitters squad on Tuesday in a game they would have to fight to the end. Seniors Madi, Torry, and Karah join us now. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So first, we'll start with you, Madi.
Okay.
How tough did you guys think it was going to be going against Lincoln?
We knew that it was going to be a tough game, that we were going to have to play our best, so we were ready for it. We knew that we were going to have to play well.
And Karah?
Yeah, we knew that they've always been good competition. Their pitching's always kind of, it's really decent. It's pretty hard, you know, on that last game it was pretty difficult to catch up with, but I think we came together and we were ready for them.
Well, let's see how you guys were able to come together in this game. First, we'll start out the catcher for Lincoln. We'll try to throw out the speedy Parker Bandy. She's always good in games too, but she's trying to steal second. The ball will pass into the outfield though, so she's able to run all the way to third as it's tied at 0 in the third inning. But you guys had some good chances like this. Thinks about running home, but doesn't there. Then Madi, you'll be up as you will drive a hit through the center to send in a run and put the Titans on top 1-0 in the third inning. How'd it feel to get that score and to have you guys break the tie?
Yeah, it felt really good. I knew that I needed to do my job and get Parker in, so just hitting her in just put the cherry on top.
Another hit will advance you to second. Still in the third inning. This was a pretty big inning for you guys. And then Bree Graham pitching for Glenwood. We'll let one past her this time, and a runner will advance to second in the 6th inning here. Pitcher Holly Davis will get to Bree in the 7th inning as she smashes a home run to tie it at 1. How did you guys try to keep your composure, Karah?
Well, I mean, there's always a little nervous that happens during games, but you know, we always focus on our defense and we try to stay composed. And Brianna's very good at, like, you know, believing in us that we'll have her back, and she just, you know, pitches well. So there was a little bit of nerves, but we really were confident in our defense and what would happen in the end. So.
Parker Bandy responded in the same way with a home run, and then another Glenwood hit just drops before the left fielder can get to it. And Madi, Torry, you'll stretch it to a double as it's still 2-1 in the 8th inning. Already in extras though, a Lincoln hit to right is thrown home this time. Kind of an odd play as they hold the runner that time, but then they throw it to second and you can see the runner take off. Things kind of went the Railers' way here, didn't they, Madi?
Yeah, I would say so.
Bree is really able to keep her composure though as she gets the batter to ground out with runners in scoring position to hold on in the 8th, and then we will go ahead and jump to the 10th inning, still tied at 2. Parker Bandy is up again, but this time Holly Davis strikes her out to end the top of the inning. Then she would pitch again in the 11th, but Madi, Torry, you'll again drive it to the outfield for a single. How did you really step up in this game?
Well, I knew that it was a high-intensity game, and so I knew that I really needed to do my job and do what I was put there for, and so I just...
You're doing fine. Then Alexa Brown gets a huge hit to left field to get the RBI as you'll run home to score and finally break the tie. See the rare fist pump from Coach Edgar as the Lady Titans take a 3-2 lead in the 11th inning. You guys will still have to hold on in the bottom though. How pumped were you guys?
Oh, it was exciting. I loved that game, honestly. It was very good competition, and I think we all came together and played really well, too.
Karah, you got the runner at third, so the Lady Railers are down to 1 out left. And then Sammy Long will make the catch to end the game. A very hard-fought game for both of you guys. But the Lady Titans would come out on top 3-2. Bree looks pretty relieved after this one, after she pitched the complete game, all 11 innings pitched, allowing 5 hits and striking out 9. Parker Bandy with the solo home run. That clinched at least a share of the CS8 title for you guys. So, let's see. So, talking about that game, how much more do you guys enjoy it when it's a really close game like that as opposed to a blowout?
It's definitely more fun to play a close game like that. Like, both teams are just so amped, they're up, and the game's just more intense than a blowout. I mean, it's just not as intense. There's not the same like emotions going on in the field.
Yeah. And Karah, we'll go to you real quick.
Yeah, the intensity was insane. Playing in those games are a lot more fun because everyone's focused, everyone's in on it, and everyone wants to do well for the team. So it's a lot more fun to play against people who can give good competition.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. The girls play Belleville East High School at home at 4:30 this afternoon for their last regular season game. Their postseason run will start with the regional semis on Tuesday at 4:30 in Rochester. The girls soccer team already began their postseason journey on Tuesday with the regional semis against Jerseyville. Let's go ahead and kick up the results to see how they did. Another great game for them as they would top Jerseyville 9-0. Kelly Graves with 3 goals and 1 assist, and Maggie Julin with 2 goals and 1 assist. The Lady Titans soccer team competes in the regional final tonight in Jacksonville at 6 o'clock. Now it's time for the top 3 plays of Glenwood sports this week. Play number 3 will take us to the track. Junior Landon Skelly runs the 2-mile in a first place time of 9:46, and later he'll run the mile with a second place time of 4:34, capping off a very exciting home meet for him and for Glenwood overall. Play number 2 brings us to the baseball field. Carson Aheron pitching. Nick Maton will hustle to make a great throw to first to get the runner out just by a step. Then the top play of the week is in Lincoln for softball. The game is tied in the top of the 11th, but Alexa Brown gets what will end up being the game-winning RBI to left, sending in Madi Torry for the Lady Titans win over the tough Lady Railers 3-2 in 11 innings. Tune in next season for another top 3. That's all for this week and this season of The Rush. There are lots of choices for Titan fans this afternoon as the boys tennis team has a sectional hosted by Springfield at 3, baseball at Highland, and softball against Belleville East both at 4:30. Girls soccer in the regional championship in Jacksonville at 6, and the boys and girls track and field teams have meets as well. A big shout out to Trace, Zach, Paul, Sean, Hayden, Miss Taylor, and everyone else who helped with the show this year. We wish all our teams the best of luck as they finish up their season, and we'd like to give a big thank you to all of our athletes, coaches, and loyal viewers for helping to make The Rush possible. Have a great summer, and we'll see you next season.